don't tiptoe. Kill streaks like we dominate in Skid Row. When we down, you still never see my click throw. I just pull up on you with a Kimbo. Stomping through the halls, we don't tiptoe. Kill streaks like we dominate in Skid Row. When we down, you still never see my click throw. I just pull up on you with a Kimbo.
Hello, PPW Nation, and welcome back to the Prairie Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. We are your commentary team. We are the Video Bros. I'm Bobby Munson, and the man beside me, he is the man with the angelic voice, Papa Smokes. Papa Smokes, happy Saturday. How are you doing, brother?
Happy Saturday to you, Munson, and happy Saturday to all my wrestling people out there. We got another exciting match for PPW all the way from Saskatoon, Canada.
Look who's joining us at this time, Bob Smokes. He is the real chairman of professional wrestling. He's been beating up anybody who's been in his way and a nasty attitude about him. The very seasoned veteran, El Asesino, coming out to see a booze here from the PPW Nation.
As always, Munson, the PPW fans going to let El Asesino know exactly what they think of him. And oh, look at these young guys at ringside just not having it from the Mexican Devil.
They really don't like him, and the chants are coming out strong already for how they feel towards El Asesino, and he doesn't give a damn, I don't think, at all, Papa Smokes. He's only here for a extreme amount of violence. That is definitely what he's going to bring to the table against his opponent tonight. Somebody who has stepped inside of the ring with the Mexican Devil on more than one occasion, has done so in Prairie Pro Wrestling, and has done so very valiantly. We'll see how long he has come in his time since then, Papa Smokes, and see if maybe he can give the real fight to him here tonight. But the former Bridge City wrestler, now just Tommy Galavan, going to be joining us here. Exciting young man that brings a lot to the ring here. Been, starting to become a little bit more of a seasoned veteran here in Prairie Pro Wrestling, so to speak, as we've seen a lot of new faces join the place. Tommy Galavan's had a lot of experience, especially right here within the Saskatoon market.
Absolutely. Tommy Galavan is Saskatoon born and bred, and also trained in professional wrestling in this province, in this city. And he's a big favorite among the PPW fans. And I'll tell you what, he's in the deep water in this match. We've all seen what El Asesino has been up to over recent weeks, over recent months, attacking people, very violent behavior, smashing chairs over all kinds of wrestlers' heads. Tommy Galavan's really taking his life into his hands, getting in the ring with El Asesino at this time. And as the fans are completely lambasting El Asesino, Tommy Galavan's got to get ready for a real fight.
Can you imagine this, Papa Smokes? Like, there is a lot of hatred towards El Asesino up here in Saskatoon, but we know that somewhere around the world, in particularly down south, a little bit further down from Canada anyway, our good friend Brian Carter heads up the El Asesino Appreciation Society. A lot of love for El Asesino in other markets, because apparently they really love their extreme amounts of violence, and they love just these downright nasty bad guys in professional wrestling.
Well, that's definitely one way to look at it, but I don't think you'll find too many members of the PPW Nation amongst the appreciators of El Asesino. As you can hear right now, they absolutely hate this man. They hate everything about him. And really, with some of the actions he's undertaken these past few months, I can't blame him.
Not that far around the corner, Papa Smokes. As we get this thing underway, we are going to be having that big championship matchup coming up. We know Sheik Akbar Shabazz has got a date with Destiny when it comes to Cutthroat Colton Kelly, but I got to imagine that man right there, El Asesino, is probably going to be taking a very close look at that one. I can only imagine that El Asesino has been eyeing up that PPW gold himself, with the opportunity to hold that thing to add to the collection of championships that this man has won in his career already.
Oh, you better believe he is eyeing up the PPW Heavyweight Championship. He's been very quiet in the past couple of years since PPW has been a federation about his desire for the title and such like that. But you know that he's got it in the back of his mind. You can see from El Asesino, he's been working out quite a lot lately. You can see the muscle that he's put on his upper body. He's been training. He's been working hard. He's been in the dungeon working on this. And you know that that's only going to spell disaster for these PPW wrestlers on the roster.
But let's throw a little bit of history at the PPW Nation here for a moment, Pop Smoke, because again, Tommy Galavan comes from the training school that El Asesino was holding many years ago. Tommy Galavan, once upon a time in a different world, was one of the right-hand hooligans of one El Asesino. Tommy Galavan used to go under a mask and used to be at the side of El Asesino. So there is a ton of animosity that dates back very far between these two gentlemen.
Absolutely, you're going back years there, Munson, but we all remember that when El Asesino finally decided that Tommy Galavan wasn't strong enough, wasn't tough enough to be in his faction, turned on him, ripped his mask up, and injured the man very badly. And since then, there's always been that disconnect between the two. They don't like each other. They used to be bros, but they aren't anymore. And that can make a very volatile situation. Now look at this, El Asesino choking Galavan in the corner with the tape from his wrist.
Well, not only that, let's go back to that time frame as well, too, because once he did beat him up, he actually put Tommy Galavan on the shelf for quite some time. Tommy Galavan with a very serious injury that required surgery at the hands of El Asesino. So El Asesino not afraid to put a long-term hurt on an opponent such as Tommy Galavan. But again, Galavan, a lot more years of experience behind him now, is looking sharp in this one, and at the moment being taken advantage of, but he has really taken it to El Asesino throughout this matchup early on.
Oh, beautiful vertical suplex there. Yeah, I have no doubt that Tommy Galavan will get back in this match, but right now he's taking an old-fashioned beatdown from a veteran and a master of the squared circle right here, El Asesino. He schooled a lot of wrestlers in that ring, Munson. He wants to make Galavan the latest.
As he now draping Galavan across that middle rope, using that 5 count to his advantage. And while El Asesino goes back to mock the PPW Nation, we ask that you still support us despite the actions of El Asesino. And go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Turn on the notification bell so you know anytime we got new material here for you at Prairie Pro Wrestling. And if you ever want to join us in a live capacity here in the Saskatoon area, the next PPW showing is going to be on Saturday, June the 29th. Right here in Saskatoon. It's going to be a great one. Again, we're going to be having a very big title match that night, a return match between Sheik Akbar Shabazz and Colton Kelly. For those who haven't seen the title match that took place before that, we're not going to spoil anything, but they are going to have a part 2, a repeat of what we saw back at Love is Dead, and that is going to be awesome in itself too. Can't wait for that matchup, Papa folks.
Can't wait. Also, we're in the middle of a real struggle here. Tommy Galavan trying to get back on top in this match with a nice sunset flip there. Oh, but it's not going to keep Asesino down, and that clothesline just about took Galavan's head right off.
All of his shenanigans aside, El Asesino is a very accomplished professional wrestler inside that ring. Very dangerous, of course, too. He will come at you with a lot of great skill that he has developed over his time in a professional wrestling ring. Take nothing away from him, he is one of the absolute best that Western Canada has ever produced.
No question about that, Munson. And the saying is the same in professional wrestling as it is in all sports. When you have strong fundamentals, you don't have to use fancy moves, you don't have to use trick moves, you don't have to use flippy moves. When your fundamentals are sound, you can use those simple moves set up and enacted with complete perfection and complete technique. Very, very devastating. You just saw El Asesino go for that frog splash and miss it in the middle of the ring. Now we've got both competitors down on the mat. Referee's starting a count. We're going to see who's got the guts to get up first.
And again, Galavan, this might be the window he needs, but that's if he can get back to his feet. The referee is at a count of 8 here, Bob Smokes, and we're starting to finally see some life in El Asesino. Tommy Galavan managing to pull himself up into that corner there. Asesino going on the attack, but Tommy Galavan managed to dodge out of the way. Oh, and met with a big boot in the corner. The PPW Nation now really getting behind Tommy Galavan, wanting him to be able to put the win over El Asesino here. But El Asesino's got other plans in mind as he goes in to the corner attack on Tommy Galavan. Tommy Galavan, a reverse there. Now across the chest with El Asesino twice in a row, taking him down. And a super kick right to the chops. El Asesino really ate that one.
Oh, and this is what Galavan's needed this entire match, is to be able to string together a couple of offensive moves all in a row. He's been able to get 1 or 2 off, but always Asesino going back in the offensive. And now you see Galavan getting a little bit of momentum. He's going to use the power of the fans behind him, go on a little run of offense against El Asesino in his attempt to get a win in this match.
Down into that ring, that tornado DDT. El Asesino now down. That could be it. 1, 2. No! Just in the nick of time, El Asesino kicks out and saves himself. Part of me thought that was it, Bob Smokes. I really thought Tommy Galavan was going to pull off a big W here and really maybe kickstart his career.
He's going to need more than that to put El Asesino down for a 3 count. As you can see, oh, my word. Thumb to the eye and just how quickly it changes.
El Asesino now going right back up to the top rope.
It's going to be a long jump.
It is, but he connects with it, Bob Smokes. Damn.
Oh, wow.
And that's all she wrote, just like that. A clean victory for El Asesino here tonight.
Absolutely, just like that.
El Asesino
Not even going to bother to get his arm raised by the referee, pushes him away and rolls out of the ring. That's El Asesino's style.
It really is. He doesn't care about the accolades from referees, from management, from anybody at all. He just cares about going in and inflicting a lot of pain. And inflicting a lot of pain is exactly what El Asesino has done here tonight. The BPW Nation are not happy whatsoever. And man, Tommy Galavan's looking pretty rough here, Pop Smokes. He really did take quite the beating from El Asesino here tonight, but slowly getting back to his feet. It's good to see the PPW Nation happy for Tommy Galavan. He put up a hell of an effort here, though. And no, come on! No!
Oh. Just as we talked about, just what El Asesino has been repeatedly doing over the last months, even year in PPW here, coming out after matches, attacking people with chairs. There's no reason for this. He just pinned the man in the middle of the ring for a 3 count. But no, he's got to let his presence be known with another steel chair.
This is getting absolutely out of hand at this point. Yeah, go on back. Head on back, Asesino. Just like all those signs read, they have some meaning behind them. There's some truth behind them, in fact. That is absolutely despicable by this man. I can't believe that PPW management has not stepped in and done a little bit more to avoid these constant chair attacks that we continue to see. Somebody is going to end up seriously hurt at the hands of El Asesino if this continues on. You can see the effects already. And son of a bitch, he's back!
Why, Munson? I just don't understand. I get the intensity, I get the violence that he wants to put forth. Like I say, he's already beaten the man 1, 2, 3 in the ring. It's just there's no good reason for it.
Again, we're talking, Tommy Galavan now is taking a lot of chair shots, taking a lot of beatdowns throughout this whole thing. This is chaos. As you see, we're trying to get things under control out there, but somebody needs to get out there and do something about this. Management needs to step in. We cannot allow Tommy Galavan to be sent off injured. It's like he wants to do it all over again. He wants to send him back to the hospital, put him through hell, put him through surgeries, do all of these things to make sure that Tommy Galavan doesn't ever stop. Come on.
Oh, no.
Please do not do this.
This just got a lot more serious, Munson. We're talking career-ending.
It's about damn time somebody stepped in here. Thank goodness for Michael Allen Richard Clark coming to the aid of Tommy Galavan. Man, Papa Smokes, that could have got nasty pretty damn quick.
It's crazy to think the bad thoughts that go through El Asesino's mind. Threading Galavan's head through that chair, and then he was going to make a stomp off the second rope there. That's career-ending injury type stuff right there, and that's not good. Yeah, that could have derailed Tommy Galavan for good.
It really could have. I'm glad that Michael Allen Richard Clark made the save. And hopefully you're going to save some time for us next Saturday here for another PPW match. From myself and from Papa Smokes and everybody at Prairie Pro Wrestling, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in 1 week's time. Take care, everybody.